Hello and welcome to the latest edition of the New Haven Independent Vlog News Summary, direct from our newsroom, otherwise known as our Compost Heap. Let's see what stories are working on this week. I know why this trampoline is here. Because as usual, there have been ups and downs in the city's economic development efforts, which is to be expected when you're rebuilding a city. The down was the old clock factory on Hamilton Street, fallen apart for decades. They found someone from Oregon to rebuild it into lots of apartments, there's artist studios, but it's fallen apart. The deal fell apart. The place is getting to be a mess. Now the city's trying to reclaim the property. They're suing for foreclosure for $223,000 in back taxes. But the good news, former Coliseum site, they finally got someone, the project's going. They're going to rebuild it into hundreds of apartments, new places to live, hang out, businesses. The Spinnaker, the developer, got the financing. The city on Thursday turned over the property, ready to go. Lots of new jobs and patrons for Cafe 9. Well, I need some help with a calculator here on my phone to figure out some pretty curious numbers. No Ann Taylor, the former dress shop on Chapel Street. It's now a smoke shop, of course, the way everything is. Some guy from out of town bought it this week, and bought it recently for $2.7 million. That's what he said it was worth. He paid $2.7 million because that's what it's worth. What did the city say it was worth when it was time to tax it? Recently, this was worth $1.6 million. So the city, when we're taxing it, was saying it's worth a lot less than people actually pay. When you look at the numbers, that's more than $1 million in appraised value that just poof. Hey, you don't have to pay taxes on it. We'll make up the difference. Homeowners in New Haven are already taxed. Now, if that happened once in a while, no big deal. It happens every week. There's this boom, this land rush, people from out of town making tons of money, buying our property, selling it, and we're not taxing them. Like Frontier Building, the old faux company on Orange Street, a New Jersey company recently bought it for $74 million. They said it was worth $74 million. They put their money where their mouth was. The city recently assessed it with an appraisal of $27 million. Puff, $45 million gone. We're not going to tax that $45 million worth. You don't have to pay taxes. We'll make up the difference. As the crazy Eddie guy used to say, that is insane. Behold the humble sweet potato. I had a yummy sweet potato. It didn't look like this this week at my favorite new restaurant, Tibetan Kitchen, 1217 Chapel near Rudy's. They made it into a noodle, sweet potato noodle. And they cooked it with tofu, potatoes, dried mushrooms, spinach, and this lovely, flavorful, subtle broth. I'm going back because they have lots of vegan options. Also got this delicious bottle of bourbon at the Wine Thief on Crown Street, Rowan's Creek. The reason I went there are 3 other liquor stores right within 1 block. Lots of competition. Wine Thief beats the competition because they give you great advice. They're really nice. They have great selections. A lovely place. But the way they just stopped another place from opening a whole 2.5 blocks away, which is far in downtown, because they used a zoning law that's out of date. So they stopped, they tried to kill the competition. That just shows we gotta get rid of these crazy zoning laws. Most of them only help someone make money at the expense of everybody else. And Wine Thief, I suggest, keep doing a great job to win. Don't not be killing competition. Speaking of raising a glass, Stetson Library, Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We raise a glass remembering the life of George Edwards, the Black Panther who the system, the law enforcement, even the Black Panthers, tortured, locked up, tried to kill in the 1960s in New Haven to stop being George Edwards, and they failed. George Edwards continued being true to himself, never sold out, a social justice warrior, all the way until 2022. He died earlier this year at the age of 85, a life well lived. Halloween's right around the corner, Monday night, and I got a tip for you, at least in political circles, on the hot new costume. Amy Chai, the costume is dressed up as Amy Chai, dressed up as Rosa DeLauro. Chai is running for Congress, Independent Party candidate. This week she released a political video, campaign video, where she said she was dressing up as a witch named Rosa DeLauro. Trick or treat. Until next time, this is Paul Bass from the New Haven Independent Vlog News Summary. And remember, always pick up your trash.